Okay, welcome back to my second redo of this update, and this is for the LM87. Now I've just redone this lap because I came to edit the first one and I just wasn't happy. I don't redo them very often, but I thought I'm not giving this thing a fair crack of the whip, so I've done a new one and here it is, and it was considerably better. So yeah, there were definitely some skill issues on my first lap in this. So the LM87, based on the Sauber C8, which was actually first raced in 1987. This is another one of the endurance cars, along with the S80RR that we've got to play with in this game. And arguably, I think this is the better looking of the two. Now, admittedly, I've gone fairly plain rather than liveried up on this one, but I think this looks really, really nice. And as you'd expect, acceleration is really, really hard. Top speed we'll get round to in a second, but the handling on this thing is absolutely fabulous. It does have some drawbacks, we'll come to those in a second, but yeah, as a rule, the handling on this is absolutely incredible. You can almost do the full lap at full throttle without easing off. That's how good the downforce is on this. The problem is that does come at a cost, and that cost is that the top speed isn't particularly great, unfortunately. We'll find out exactly when we get around to the top speed test, but you can just feel on the freeway that it doesn't quite have the top end that you would want from something like this, and that's a bit of a shame because it does make it less useful. If we had a decent top speed with this amount of downforce, this car would be absolutely incredible. I mean, it's already fabulous. It's already a really good car and a really good looking one. Now, this is on offer this week, but just because it's on offer, that doesn't mean it's cheap. It's still $2 million even on offer. It's a very, very expensive car, which is something you're going to want to consider. Remember, we've got that new DLC coming next week, and I'm sure Rockstar, the guys who make GTA Online, would like nothing more than for you to spend all of your money just before the update comes out. So maybe something to consider. Right, so let's have a look at that top speed and see how we actually do. Unfortunately, I'm not expecting a fabulous top speed, which is a shame because you can see, just in terms of getting here, how nice the handling is on the freeway. The downforce means that you can take almost any corner on the freeway at full throttle, and the turning response is so fast that you can just pick your way through the highway traffic. Now, here's what top speed we managed to do. Now, that turning response that I love so much when you're on the freeway actually does come back to bite you when you're trying to pick your way through traffic, as you'll see when we get just up here. So, final thoughts. As we pick through this, you'll see what I mean about that turning. The fast turning is brilliant on the freeway. It's a real pain in the backside when you're trying to get through this traffic. It makes it really, really difficult to get through these gaps. So is it worth a buy? It's quite a difficult one to say this because it is so expensive. Even in the sale, £2 million is still $2 million is still a hell of a lot of money for this car. And the lap time, I can tell you because I've had a sneak peek, this lap that I've done is a full 20 seconds faster than the original one that I did, which kind of shows you how bad the original lap was. And to be fair, this is what the car looked like when I finished that previous lap. But even at that, even at 20 seconds faster, the lap time I've got for this one is still, it's only just okay. And I think for $2 million, even in the sale for $2 million, it's kind of difficult to justify that, especially when we've got a DLC coming. $2 million on something where the lap time is only okay is difficult to justify. Now, if you're doing shorter races on shorter circuits where it's all about the twisty stuff, you will decimate all on the twisty stuff in this thing. But as soon as there's a straight, you may struggle. Based on that, I struggle to justify buying this one this week, unless you're like me and you're collecting and you just want a bit of everything. So this sits in my racing garage along with the other endurance and the open wheelers. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying these. I'll keep them coming. The next time we speak will probably be after the release of the GTA 6 trailer. So I hope you're all excited for that. Let's see what they've got in store for us. So thanks for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, dive into the comments, and I will see you on the next one.